והנה אי אפשר לומר שהמדרש רבה דכאן מפרש דברי Yisro. Now we cannot say that the Medrash Rabbah here explains the words of Yisro ba'omro ki Gadol havaya mikol ha'elokim, when he says that Havaya is greater than all the Elokim, al derech ma she'amru Razal sof Menachos Tav Kuf Yud Amud Aleph. Like it, you cannot say that it's like it says in Menachos Tav Kuf Yud Amud Aleph al pasuk mimizrach shemishad muvo Gadol shmi bagoyim b'Malachi Siman Aleph Yud Aleph, that it says from east, from the rising of the sun in the east until it's coming down in the west, my name is great amongst the nations. It says in Malachi, that they call him the Elokah of the Elokahs. We can't say that that's what Yisro means according to this medrash. Rashi Shamba Malachi. So Rashi says in Malachi on this pasuk, afilu mi sheyesh lo ovdi kochavim umazalos yodea sheyesh elokim shuhu al kulam. That even somebody who has an idol or an avodah zarah, he knows that there is an Elokim that's above all of them. This is like our sages said, Medrash Rabbah, Eicha al pasuk chelki avaya amra nafshi, on the verse that my portion, Hashem, my soul says, Lamelech shenichnos lemedina, is compared to a king who goes into a country. Vahiyu imu duchsin chulu, when he had with him ministers. Charamar anan nasiv duchsin gabai chulu, one of them said, I'm going to take these ministers for me. Harehem medamim hauvdi kochavim uzal shalahem legabe HaKadosh Baruch Hu kerech duchas legabe hamelech. So they are comparing these avodah zarahs, their avodah zarahs, in comparison to the Holy One, blessed be He, like some kind of minister in comparison to the king. So the Marsha there in Menachos says concerning the concept of that they called him the Elokav Elokaz, La'osan Elokus Shetachtav, that those so to speak divinities that are below him, Nasin Koch Memshala, he gave them a concept of ruling and strength in Hu Mashkiach Ba'olam HaTachton, that they say that he left the world in the hands of the Kochavim Mozalos, that he gave them strength and in Hu Mashkiach Ba'olam HaTachton, and he's not watching over the lower world. That's what these Avodah Zarniks say. That's the end of the quote from the Maharsha. But we can't say that that's what Yisro held when he said that Havaya is greater than all the Elokim. Shara Yisro, he flieg b'hashkachaso, because Yisro went further and to stress Hashem's hashkacha and watching over. Ve'omro ki b'davar asher zadu, that in the thing that they intended to do against the Yidden, that's what they were. That's how they were punished, throwing the boys in the Nile, and so they were drowned in the sea. So the point is that you cannot say that HaKadosh Baruch Hu left the world in the hands of the Kochavim Umazalos, because we see obviously that he's Mashkiach. So he admitted the greatness of watching over from above to give recompense in exactly the same way that they that they did to us. In this thing that they intended, and so forth. So we must say that what's the kavanah of the Medrash Rabbah here in talking about Yisro, that it's like the Medrash where the Melech has nichnas l'Medina with the duchsim. That he compared it to a minister in comparison to the king, where the king is still in charge. Shaduchas mushal be'ezu Medina, that the duchas he's a ruler of some country, b'tzivu hamelech, with the command of the king, like a governor. V'hamelech somech alav, and the king relies on him to rule that particular country. And nonetheless, the king, according to his will, can nullify him and change him. And therefore, even though he said that Havaya is greater than all the Elokim, because with this thing that they intended, they were paid back, just like the king who can exchange the governor. Nonetheless, he gave them some kind of truth to their existence, just like the governor rules over the country, but over in most of the matters, and does in accordance with his knowledge, according to his will. So according to the Medrash, that Medrash, that was Yisro's viewpoint. But according to this, we have to understand what it says in Tehillim. Simin kuf lamed hey ki ani yadati, that I know, ki Gadol Havaya, that Havaya is greater, vadonenu mikol Elokim, and our master more than Elokim, from all the Elokim. Kol asher chafetz Havaya asa b'shamayim u'va'aretz chulu, that Havaya did everything he wanted in the heavens and the earth. So the extension to the idea that Havaya is greater than all the Elokim is that he does anything he wants in the heavens and the earth. So that seems to imply that there is no ruling from below. That somebody who has this opinion that Havaya is greater than all the Elokim also believes that nobody else has any koach from below either. It's all Havaya's chayfetz. And we just said that Yisro's opinion, according to that Medrash, seems to be that he holds them as duchsim, that they have also epis haratzon, even if they can be controlled and changed by the king. They also have some kind of ratzon. So it seems to contradict. And we can say that everything Havaya does in the heavens and the earth answers the question that we asked before. That this is like the verse, and you should know that Havaya is the Elokim in the heavens above. And this is not like Yisro said. So this pasuk, even though it says that Havaya is greater than all the Elokim, it's not actually like the statement of Yisro. And further, in that Tehillim, in Kuf Lamed Hey, David completes the verse after that the idols of the nations are silver and gold, meaning that they don't have any substance to them at all. Look further on. But this is a question that since in truth this is the case, that there's no other than him. How can you have a fighting, a battle with Havaya and Amalek, and this that it says Hashem will battle his enemies, those who fight him. We can say Ki Havaya upsik taima benaihu, that there's 2 levels of Havaya, that it says by the Yud Gimel Midos Rachamim Havaya, and there's a psik in between them. V'logabe Shem Havaya de Atika Kadisha Shaykh U'Mebaladayin Elokim. In comparison to Havaya of Atik, that's where we say that other than me there's no Elokim. Ein Od Klal, there's no one other at all. It's not greater than all the Elokim. Baladai Ein Elokim. There's no other Elokim. It's not just greater. Ubezer Anpin, and at the lower level of Shem Havaya, Shaykh Masher Amar David, Kian Yadati. That's where you can say what David said, that I know, Ki Gadol Havaya Vadonenu Mikol Elokim, that Havaya is greater, and our master than all the Elokim. And that is, like we said, even greater than what Yisro said. Even though at first glance it seems to be the same, but we proved from the end of the pasuk that it's not. Atika Kedisha V'Zah Zehu Ke'inyin Soviv Kol Almin U'Memala Kol Almin. And Atik and Zah, it's like the concept of Soviv and Memale, that concept of surrounding the worlds and filling the worlds. Mikol Makmari Gam B'Zah Amar Moshe Ki Havaya Elokeichem D'Kayal Zah Hu Elokeiha Elokim. But nonetheless, even in Zer Anpin, Moshe said that Havaya your Elokeichem, that level refers to Zer Anpin, is the Elokav of Elokim. And we can bring a support for this. We can bring, so the Zohar Kadosh says in Vayetze concerning get up Hashem and your enemies will scatter, and with the concept of get up, the second getting up to your resting place. So there's two kuma. Hashem, one gets rid of the enemies and the other is to resting. Because in Zer Anpin, on that level, that's where you can have the concept of waging battle, like we said, because there's epis, some kind of, we can say that there's some kind of opposing concept that Hashem fights. Like the battle for Hashem and Amalek, like it says in the Mamer in Torah, or about how Yaakov fought the Malach. That Yaakov also, the Orah might correspond with Zah. And the Malach being the Duchas, the ministering angel of Esav, similar to Milchama Havaya B'Amalek. V'zu Havaya ish Milchama Havaya Shmo, and that's where it says Havaya is a man of battle. Havaya is his name. So there you also have two Shemos Havaya. One is an ish Milchama and one is his name. B'Shmo hu Nilcham. With his name he battles. Although it could be, it doesn't necessarily correspond to these two levels. B'Shmo hu Nilcham, that with his name he battles. Im Tagbi Kenesher Mishem Uridecha Nu'um Havaya. That he says that if you lift yourself, he says to his enemies, that if you lift yourself up like an eagle, I will from there I will bring you down. Havaya says, Vadya, concerning Esav. Therefore, with this concept, you can say that Havaya is greater than all the Elokim. You can't say that there's no other at all. There's not even anything to fight. Because these concepts are, so to speak, battling with the name Havaya, and Havaya rules over them. Like the concept of that there's a battle for Havaya and Amalek. Amalek b'gematria beis pamim kuf kaf tzirufei elukim, and Amalek is the gematria of twice 120 combinations of the name Elokim. So when we say that Hashem rules over Amalek, it's like ruling over the Elokims. And these two 120 combinations of the letters of Elokim refer to two concepts in Elokim. One, the Elokim Acherim, and as they receive from the 120 combinations of the letters of Elokim of holiness. So those are the two Elokims, the Elokim of holiness and the Elokim of and the Elokim Acherim that receive from that. And through this they lift themselves up like an eagle, with haughtiness and towards above, and the heavens towards heaven, and that is to say, towards Ziranpin of Atzilus. That's where their battle is. But nonetheless, even on that level, now I know that Havaya is greater than all the Elokim. That is, what is from all the Elokim, from the from the 2 times 120 combinations of Elokim. That's from all the Elokim, more than one Elokim. Gematria Amalek. And that is because the truth is that these two Havayas of Zah and Atik, truthfully, they're all one. You can't make separations in Hashem. Therefore, if you lift yourself up like an eagle, to lift yourself up, to get nurturance from the exaltedness, not through the name Havaya Bizah, that's in Zer Anpin. From there I will bring you down. Havaya says that the same Havaya is also Atik. Or the Havaya of Zah will bring you down. Because really they're all one. But when we're referring to the concept of Atik Kadisha, the Shem Havaya on that level, that in that concept it says that Havaya should get up to his resting, meaning to say that in that level there's no battle, and like donag, like wax, it melts in front of fire. And on that level it says that other than me there's no Elokim, and that's like it says, and like the pasuk that says that Havaya is the Elokim, there's no other. Perish Havaya Atika Kadisha Hu Elokim Zah, and that is to say that Havaya Avatik is the Elokim Ziranpin. In comparison to it, it's like the name of Elokim. Shilagabi Atika Kadisha Nikra B'Shem Elokim. Vayim B'Zorah Chel Gimel Naso Davkuv Memala Famud Beis, and look what it says in Zohar Naso. In the Idra. Or perhaps right before it. And this is what's brought in Likutei Torah and the Mamer, that it's good to trust in Havaya. That what's that level of Havaya you're trusting in? Atika Kadisha Miftoach Ba'adam, more than trusting in man. Meaning to say, even in the concept of Adam in Elokus above, even the concept of the, so to speak, man that was on the throne in the vision of Yechezkel. Mishum ki bebechinas Adam yishzelu mazeh. And that is because in the concept of Adam there is something opposing. There's an opposite to fight. Like we said, Havaya of Zah, Masha Enkim Shem Havaya, Piyam Milam Chulu, which is not the case with the Havaya above, because I cut them off. Like we say in Hallel, that that capital in Hallel refers to the Yud Gimel Midos Rachamim and cutting off the klippos. Like the Arizal says that the reason we mention Yud Gimel Midos in Hallel is because even though we don't say Tachnun, because it's also a Yom Chol, there's some kind of worry about the klippos, and therefore we cut them off with the Yud Gimel Midos in halal. And a proof for this explanation I found in Zohar Mishpatim, al pasuk ru'u ata ki ani hu vein elokim imadi, that it explains the verse that now I know. It says, see now that I am the one. I am him, and there's no elokim with me. Ki ani trein zimnin, because it says I am twice. Amai, why is that? Elaladaika, but to scrutinize the hales taman elokim elahu, that there's no other elokim other than him, because you might even think that in kedusha there's elokim. So we're talking about a level that's above that. Because there's a number of times it says ani by Hashem one time and not more. Havatman sitra achar, and there the sitra achar is there. But now ani hu, I am the one. And there's no elukim there. The hakol sitra achar is sitra achra is avar, because all the sitra achra was wiped away. V'daika ani ad kan lashono. So in particular, I am. So that's just like the English Shiur that says that the higher level there's no milchama, there's the second avaya, there's no fighting. Look what it says in Midrash Rabba B'Shalach concerning this pasuk of I am. It says there, one is for this world and one is for the world to come. And this is like our sages said. On the verse that our sages said in Pesachim, on the verse that on that day, Havaya will be one that will recognize that the Shem Havaya Dezah is really the same Havaya as above. So if the Ani Havaya Lokechem, Asher Otseis Yischem Eretz Mitzrayim, Durush Harishon, Minyan Beis Pami Mani Ani Beis Pami Mani, Shu Mimalo Kol Almin, Mesoviv Kol Almin, and Beis Havayos. That it says in Likutei Torah Shlach, on the verse I am Havaya Lokechem, that took you out of Mitzrayim, the first drush concerning the two times Ani, that they correspond with Memale and Sovev, the encompassing the worlds and filling the worlds and encompassing the worlds. And these correspond with the two Havayas, so it says this same Pirush over there in that Mamer. And so too in Tanya, therefore in this world where it only says Ani once, Yesh sitra achra hamastir, there is the other side that hides, because Hashem created this opposite this. But in the time to come, when it will be revealed two times then it will be revealed how there's really no elukim with me. Durush Harishon Perek Daled Mizeh Ubehabir Perek Daled Ulefish Be'emes Mashal Asid Lavu Yihiyah Begiloi B'yomahu Yihiyah Vaya Echad. And since in truth that in the time to come you'll have a revelation of, on that day Havaya will be one. Anu Omrim B'Kriyah Shema. Therefore we say in Kriyah Shema Gam Ata Havaya Elokeinu Havaya Echad. We also say that Havaya is our Elokeinu, Havaya is one. So since we're talking about that higher Havaya, that in the time to come it'll be revealed that they're one, that's why we also say in Shema that Havaya is our Elokeinu, that the high, meaning the higher Havaya, is our Elokeinu. It's the same as the lower Havaya, Havaya Echad, and the Havayas are one. Meaning to say that the pasuk of Shema refers to Asilavo, how the Havayas are going to be revealed as one, and we proclaim Havaya's unity in Shema in this way. In the time to come, it says, now you should see Hianianihu. That's where you're going to see that. Therefore it says also now you should know today, that you should know now, even if you don't see it, Havaya is the Elokim. You know there's no other. And if so, this that David HaMelech said, that now I know, that I know, not Ata Yadati, but that I know, that Havaya is greater and our master than all the Elokim, Zeu Revusa Gadola. That's an even greater concept. That not only in comparison to Atik Sovev, that Moshe said about this, there's no one other than him. And about this it says already that there's no Elokim. Not only that, but even in the name of Vayav Zeranpin, and even in our master, the word Adonenu, meaning Malchus of Atzilus, that in these concepts you have the opposing Binyan Amalek Hulu with the concept of Amalek. That you shouldn't just say the concept of Inod Milvado applies only above in the higher level of Havaya, but it even applies in the lower level of Havaya. That we're going to see that Lasid Lavo, that's really the truth. But the truth is, the word Ani here refers to Knesset Yisrael. Yadati, I know, Ki Gadol Hashem Havaya Dizah, that the name Havaya Zah really Hamamalakol Alamin, that refers to that he fills all the worlds, and we call Elokim is greater than all the Elokim. Because as he encompasses the world and fills all the worlds, really it's all one. So even Havaya Dizah, that you might think really is fighting a battle, but really it's the same Havaya as above, where there's no other. Even though it appears to us that way. But and the proof to this is that really it's not like you think, like Yisro. But the proof for this is that Havaya does anything he wants in the heavens and the earth, and it's not like a duchas, like Yisro describes. But rather, who is like you amongst the Elim Havaya, mi kamocha be'ilemim Havaya. Who's like you amongst you, like the strong ones of Havaya, or like the silent ones, meaning to say that you don't show your true rulership. You're, so to speak, silent, and it looks like there's a battle, like Yisro's approach, but really it's like David's approach, that even in Zeranpin, really it's on the level of Atik. ורבנו ז"ל בתורה אור בדיבור המשכיל מזוזמים ונרחנה כמשמאל, and Alter Rebbe in Torah Or about the mezuzah on the right side and the Nerchanak on the left side, Niskav and the Taretz Kushianali intends there to try and answer this question. How can you say Havaya is greater than all Elokim? There's no other Elokim other than me. So how can you say that Havaya is greater than Elokim if there's no other? And he gives a different answer over there. Because this, and the answer there is that Havaya is greater and our master than all the Elokim, like we says in Tehillim. Pirush Mikol Elokim. What does it mean? All the Elokim, Kail Kuf Kaf Tzirufei Elokim de Kedusha. So that means to say, not in preference to Sitra Achra at all, but above the 120 combinations of Elokim in holiness, that from them comes the existence and the separation. It stems originally from the Kedusha, from the Kuf Kaf Tzirufi Elokim, like we said, that the Kuf Kaf Tzirufim of the L'umazeh get from these Kuf Kaf Tzirufi Elokim. But we're saying that this is even higher than the Elokim of Kuf Kaf Tzirufi of Kedusha. From Mikol Ha Elokim, meaning the Elokim, the one Elokim of Kuf Kaf Tzirufim of Kedusha. V'yesh la'ayin bepasuk mi kamocha bekelim belokim, and we can look further in the verse, who is like you in Elokim of Adnai. Tilim Simin Pevav Yud, that also seems to touch the subject of Bepasuk Hodu Le'elokei Elokim, and also the pasuk acknowledge the Elokav Elokim. Perish in Kamoch Bekelim Adnai Belokim Adnai, and in the verse that who is like you in Elokim Adnai Zewal Derech Oshu B'Tzava Shelo. That's like the concept of he is a sign in his amongst his ministers. They're like the name Tzvos, that you have the Gilei Lukus in the lower Olamos. So too, when we say that there's no one compared to you in the Elokim, meaning to say that he seems to be amongst the Elokim and we're comparing him. So that is similar to he's amongst his Tzava. In the Mamer of Zusabrach, that he comes from the myriads of holy, that also there seems to be some kind of comparison on the lower levels where you see an existence of hosts and ministers and ministering angels.